Hello, everyone. This is Thor. Today, we're going to be talking about Mars entering Gemini on March 13th. And when Mars gets into Gemini, it's going to be there for the next 2 months until May. So, as many of you know, Mars is a significant change agent in our lives because it represents that yang energy. So, oftentimes, what Mars does is Mars triggers different types of events in our lives. So, for example, when we're looking at personal charts, Mars is often the trigger point of a lot of heavy karma that we have. So, today we're really going to be breaking down what's going on for all 12 signs. Remember, you're going to want to check from both your ascendant sign and your moon sign. So, be prepared to look at both of those. And I'm going to create chapters. So, just click on the timeline and you can find what sign you are and move ahead in the video. For those of you that are new to my channel, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you all for your support. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, so that's very exciting. Make sure you join because my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers, so we're working on it. Also, don't forget that for the month of March, I'm going to be offering a 30% discount on all of my readings. You can check for details down below. Those are purchased through my website using code Thor. And also, I'm really excited to announce that I just started a new channel called Thor Spirit Teachings. It's going to be down below the link if you want to look at it and like and subscribe. Basically, what my new channel is going to focus on is I'm developing meditations that you can use to clear some of your karmic obstacles. So, for example, if you have issues with wealth, if you have issues with trying to get over people from the past, I'm going to be developing all sorts of meditations that you can listen to for free on YouTube. So that's exciting. It only has about 9 subscribers as of the time I'm making this video. So make sure you subscribe because I really do need some subs for that channel. And I really want that to take off and grow because it's going to help so many people. All right. So let's talk about Mars in Gemini a little bit. So Mars in Gemini, it's intense energy. And Gemini, as many of you know, it's all about communications. So, on a general level, what we're all going to be feeling is like this hyper narrative around us. So, for example, I'm feeling like the media is going to be just going crazy around this time. Likely there's going to be a series of events where there's all types of news and reporting going on since Gemini represents the natural third house. Okay. Also, those of you that work in communications careers, you may notice a lot more uptick. So, for example, those of you that work in information technology or you work in very high tech, offices, you guys might notice a lot more activity happening over the next 2 months. So, be on the lookout for that. But this definitely for everybody, Mars is going to be stimulating a lot of our curiosity. Okay, because Gemini is really the mental narrative. So with some people, they're going to be restless if they don't know how to really calm down those having too many thoughts and so forth. So make sure you establish a regular meditation practice during this time. So let's get started with the reading. If you are an Aries ascendant or Aries moon, this reading is going to be for you. Mars is the ruler of your first house and your eighth house. So it's a really important planet for you. I call Mars the epic energizer because it rules the eighth house, which is like the house of death and rebirth. So it's all about transformation for you. Uh, it's going to be going through your third house of communications and technology. So likely on social media, you're going to be, basically getting so many messages from people on social media, on your phone. I feel like you're going to be like a little communications hub for the next couple of months. Also, this is a great time if you own your own small business. It's a great time to earn a lot of money through self-earned wealth. That's what the third house is all about. Be careful if you work in an office, though, because you may have aggressive coworkers. Third house can represent like office mates, teammates. So there might be some aggressive battles going on there. So be careful. And also, neighbors are representative of the third house. Also, be careful about siblings because siblings are represented by the third house. So there might be some difficulty there. If you talk to your siblings quite a bit. Like I said, there's unexpected financial gains because of the self-earned wealth portion of it, but it is going to take some effort on your part. I don't feel like this is money that just manifests out of nowhere. Also, the third house does represent our mentality, so our day-to-day stress. So you may feel a lot more stress during the next 2 months. So make sure you take some rest and some relaxation during this time. You're going to be working hard and you're going to be producing a lot during this time, but your mentality is going to be, you're going to be almost hyperactive mentality in a lot of ways. So take care of yourself, Aries. If you are Taurus ascendant or Taurus moon, this reading is going to be for you. Mars is the neutral warrior for you since it rules the seventh house, which is a neutral house, and the 12th house, which is one of the evil houses, but it's one of the more mild evil houses. It's going to be transiting through your second house. And because Mars is the 12th lord and it does have a destructive influence, I do feel like there could be some financial turbulence for you in the next 2 months because of it has a destructive effect being the 12th lord. So this can manifest as like just all these expenses coming up out of nowhere, like maybe for example, second house represents dental health. Maybe, you go to the dentist and you find out you have to get a root canal or something like that, on a really bad level. Or you find out, the car needs new brakes. A lot of times that's what happens. So there's like these money drains that happen. Also, be careful. There could be some family matters because second house represents family of origin. So you want to make sure you check on your loved ones, just make sure they're doing okay. And I say daddy issues because it's kind of funny, but you got to be careful with father and father figures during this time because there could be a lot of misunderstandings with the aspect to the ninth house. So there's an aspect there. But let me tell you, the aspect to the ninth house is good for things like traveling abroad, things like that, studying at university, it's going to be good for. But, be careful with, you might have misunderstandings with father figures. Also, you may have temper tantrums of your own since the second house represents our speech. So be careful, because you might want to if you get angry, you might want to shout. Also, with the aspect to the fifth house, if you do have children, there could be some restlessness there. So make sure they're, in sports or something where your children can have an outlet for all of that restless energy that's happening. Good for you, Taurus. If you are Gemini ascendant or Gemini moon, this reading is going to be for you. So Mars is the savage planet for you because it rules the sixth house, which is a Dustina house, and on the 11th house, which, you can make a lot of money with the 11th house. It's going to be going through your first house of Gemini. So this is all about like you. The highlight is really on you. You're going to have all this drive and vitality this month. So for example, you're most likely going to institute a new physical health routine. So either going to the gym, doing yoga, something about introducing a new health routine that will be really good for you. Also, what Mars is going to be doing is Mars is going to be creating a lot of excess energy in you, like a lot of PETA type of energy. So you're going to want to make sure that you're going out and actually working out. I feel like you're just going to want to anyways. Also, this is a great time to get recognition and rewards, for example, at work, because, it is the 11th Lord. And the 11th Lord represents like being recognized for something. So maybe you're going to get, MVP of the office. So be on the lookout for that. You're going to definitely be pushed towards to action this month. Also, with your home, there might be issues with your home with the aspect to the fourth house. And also, you might want to check on your mother with the aspect to the fourth house as well. There could be an upgrade to your house or construction projects happening, or sometimes, if you're already planning a move, there could be a move there. Also, with the aspect to the eighth house, you got to be careful if you're married with the relationship with the in laws. There could be some difficulty there. And there also could be some difficulty, for example, with marital finances because the eighth house represents joint monies. So good luck for you, Gemini. If you are Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon, this reading is going to be for you. We're calling Mars the beneficial beast because it rules houses 5 and 10. So it's a really good planet for you. You know, and I can't really say that for most signs. So it's the Yoga Karaka for Cancer and Leo. It's an amazing planet. So it's going to be going through your 12th house of Gemini. So this is going to be a lot of spiritual guidance you're getting. And maybe you're thinking, well, big deal on that. But, a lot of the fruits of the 12th house, it does advantage us future in our life in the future. So a lot of the spiritual guidance you get on the astral and the etheric levels, it does benefit things like your career, believe it or not. That's why things like rest and relaxation actually help. So it's going to be a time of slowing down. You may feel really tempted to go abroad or travel internationally because of what the 12th house represents. This is a great time for your creative abilities to come out. Okay, because the 12th house is where we get inspiration. So that's why I said get your creative juices flowing. If you want to create art, write books, all those kind of things, it's a great time to do it. Now, beware of sneaky enemies during this time. 12th house does represent hidden enemies. So be careful that you're not sharing your business with everybody because they're being activated right now during this transit. And also, there could be some, I put jokingly love is a battlefield. You might remember that song. But, there's some restless energy in your romantic life with the aspect to the fifth house. But I do want to tell you that, or sorry, the seventh house. But I do want to tell you that in some ways it can add a lot of vitality to your relationship as well. So, take care of that and take care of yourself, Cancer. I think you're going to be fine this transit. If you are Leo ascendant or Leo moon, this reading is going to be for you. I'm calling Mars the mighty benefactor for you because it's the Yoga Karaka, rules the fourth and the ninth house. So it's a really good planet. It's going to be going through your 11th house of Gemini, which is really good for money. Let me tell you, I feel like your money and your network connections are going to go up a lot. So get ready to grow, especially if you have your own business. This is all about networking, an increase of salary. If you do work a normal job, there's likely to be a pay raise around this period, even though, people are really worried about economic insecurity at the moment. So it's going to be good for you, Leo. So a lot of cash flow coming in, a lot of financial boons and blessings. That's really good. There could be tensions with friends because Mars is going through your 11th house. And also, if you have any older siblings, there could be some challenging situations like heated arguments or things like that. So make sure, you're giving each other plenty of space. And also, with the aspect to the second house, there could be verbal outbursts if you're angry. So be careful with your anger again. And also, this is a good time to pay off your debt. So I feel like you're really going to be doing a lot of work on, paying off debt because the 11th house is sixth house from the sixth house or six from six, which means it's like getting rid of debts. So karmic debts and also financial debts. So this is a good time for you, Leo. Good for you. If you are Virgo ascendant or Virgo moon, this reading is going to be for you. Mars is the merciless warrior for you. It rules houses 3 and 8, and it's going to be going through your 10th house of Taurus. So there's a big focus on career right now. There could be some promotions coming your way. So if you're in a job that's not going well right now and you're really not seeing, you feel stuck, I would actually say that this time is a time that likely you're able to transform your job in some way. So some people will quit a job and get a new job and it will be a better job because it's a transformation. That's what the eighth house represents. Also, there could be a promotion. I want to let you know that. Now, there might be some boss battles because you may have some pushy managers or demanding superiors. So this could be difficult at work just because they're going to be a lot more angry, maybe because of the things going on in the economy. You're going to just notice your bosses seem a lot more stressed. Don't take it too personal, Virgo. Also, there's going to be a lot of energy for you to start a new health routine because of the aspect to the sixth house. So I say get your sweat on. It's going to be good for you. As an outlet, it's really good for you because of those testy bosses you're going to have. Also, you may have a new look, to reignite your confidence during this time. So, going to the gym, working out, Really reinventing yourself is going to be really good with the eighth house, putting you through a transformation, the eighth lord. Also, beware of restless kids during this period because of the aspect of the fifth house. Make sure you're just like taking care of them, taking them to soccer practice or what have you. So take care of yourself, Virgo. If you are Libra ascendant or Libra moon, this reading is going to be for you. We're calling it the neutral navigator, but second house and seventh house, they're not bad houses. They're just neutral. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things. So it's going to be going through your ninth house, which is actually good for money because the second lord going through the ninth house is going to bring financial boons because it's good luck. You could have a restless, I did say daddy issues. There could be restless father figures, or, there could be prone towards anger because of what Mars represents going through the ninth house. So be careful there. But there could also be an intense desire to really take a new university course or a weekend seminar. So that's definitely highly encouraged during this time. This is a good time to study Dharma. For example, if you've never read the Bhagavad Gita, it's a good time to study Bhagavad Gita or any other holy text. You may want to travel, and next 2 months, definitely you could go on a trip. Also, be careful about secret enemies during this time because of the aspect to the 12th house. Make sure you're not, oversharing with people. I know that's a big thing right now. People talk about not oversharing, and, keeping your things to yourself, especially at work, because that's tend to where that comes out. 12th house is, the axis is with the sixth house, which is coworkers. So be careful. Also, there could be sudden changes in like for example, moving, or there could be changes in your house because of the effect on the fourth house. So take care of yourself, Libra, and good luck. If you are Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon, this reading is going to be for you. We're calling it the neutral crusader because even though it rules your first house, which is a good house, Mars rules your sixth house, which is a Dashtana house. It's going through your eighth house. So, I am kind of going to warn you a little bit, Scorpio, sometimes because the sixth lord is in the eighth house and they're both malefic houses. This is a time of, being careful about accidents or sudden events happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but, it doesn't hurt to be extra vigilant during this time. Okay. Also, family feud. Eighth house represents in-laws. If you're married, there could be difficulty with in-laws, or there could be difficulty with marital finances. So that's something you're going to want to work on, so there's no disagreements there. But let me tell you, this is a great time for spiritual awakening because the eighth house represents Kundalini awakening. So if you're into yoga, you're into meditation, this is a great time just to get new insights about things. And also studying, I'm saying metaphysical madness. So energy healing and astrology and all those types of things, like just go out and get those readings, get those healings. This is a great time to do it because you're really developing yourself because Mars is the first lord. So it's like you're putting all this work into yourself so you can become this better person. Also with the third house, be careful about siblings. There could be some difficulties, if you communicate with your siblings or office people that you work with in an office because of the aspect to the third house. So take care of yourself, Scorpio. I see this as mainly a spiritual kind of awakening type of transit. If you are Sagittarius ascendant or Sagittarius moon, this reading is going to be for you. We're calling Mars the epic benefactor. It rules the 12th house, but the fifth house is a trine house. So it's a really good house for you. It's going to be going through your seventh house. So if you're married or you have business partners, it might be a little bit difficult. There might be some frustration there. So for example, a restless spouse, it doesn't need to be, absolutely difficult, but, there could be some, with all the restless energy, sometimes a little argument could turn into a bigger one. So be careful with that. Also, it's a good time for bargaining in your favor, by the way. So if you're making a business deal or you're going to sign a contract, this is the time like you're going to make a better deal for yourself because you might even be a little more pushy about things. This is a great time for climbing the ladder. Promotions are possible with the aspect of the 10th house, but the bosses are going to be demanding. So if you get a promotion, it's going to be like they're requiring more effort from you. So it's kind of like a trade-off there. Also, this is going to be a good time to accrue assets and save extra cash with the aspect to your second house. So you could see some more cash flow come into your life, Sagittarius. So good for you. If you are Capricorn ascendant or Capricorn moon, this reading is going to be for you. We're calling Mars the cruel taskmaster. Now, it's not really that bad, but it is going through your sixth house. So there's a lot of like activation happening in that sixth house, which is a little bit difficult. The 11th house is known as an upachaya house. So it's a house of effort. So that's why it can feel a little bit harsh. Now, you're going to be somebody that you're most likely going to be putting in a new health routine during this time. Also, if you do work in an office or if you work with people, this could be a difficult time. There's going to be like a lot of competition going on. So I don't know if like your coworkers are going to be getting really nervous about getting laid off and they're going to want to try to out compete you. But don't worry, Capricorn, you're basically going to win because, Mars in the sixth house is actually in your favor. It shows that you can win if you're in a competition with your competitors. So, it's going to really bless you. Uh, Now it's aspecting your ninth house, so there could be some difficulties with father or father figures, and it did not necessarily need to be, difficult, extremely difficult, but it could show a certain amount of restlessness there or testiness there. The aspect to your first house is going to give you a lot of energy to accomplish a lot. That's the good thing about Mars going through the sixth house is you're going to accomplish so much in this short 2 month period. You're going to put in a lot of work and you're going to be very proud of yourself at the end of this 2 months. So take care of yourself, Capricorn. If you are Aquarius ascendant or Aquarius moon, this reading is going to be for you. We're calling Mars the merciless destroyer for you just because that's just a cool name and it's like all about career for you. So Mars is all about like advancing you in life. It's going to be going through your fifth house. So you're going to be having some massive creativity during this time. So if you're in any type of creative job, like if you're an artist, or even if you work in like programming or, designing apps, those kind of video games, you're going to be having like all this creative, not like action taking place. So writing, painting, artistic activities are going to be highly favored. If you have children, there could be some difficulty there because the kids might be restless. Make sure the kids are in sports. If you're single, though, this is a great time to go out and date and like really meet people because Mars gives you that drive to really like that courage to really go out there. Because I heard the dating market right now is really difficult. Now, the danger zone, because of the aspect to the eighth house, there could be misunderstandings with in laws if you're married. And also be careful about any type of sudden events because of what the eighth house represents. You might just want to be on alert, Always keep situational awareness. Also, you may get the travel bug with the aspect to the 12th house. You may want to travel and you may actually go to some foreign countries during the next 2 months. So take care, Aquarius. This is overall going to be not a bad transit for you. If you are Pisces ascendant or Pisces moon, this reading is going to be for you. We're calling Mars the epic benefactor because it rules the second house, your money house, and the ninth house, which is a good luck trine house. This is a really good planet. It's going through your fourth house. So real estate riches, even though the real estate market is, not really, I heard the prices are going down, anecdotally. But, a lot of times this could signal a move. So if you're planning on moving, this could signal a move. And most often, because it's the second and the ninth lord, it's to a better situation. So it's not that it's the opposite of Saturn, which might put you in a worse situation. So that's a better situation. You could be making money through buying and selling property. Again, I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything. This is just what the chart says. Also, your mother, because it is the fourth house represents your mother, there could be some restlessness with your mom or mother figures. So you want to be, just check up on them, make sure they're okay. Beware of your partner, marital partner, business partners being triggered with the aspect to the seventh house. There might be some testiness there. But you know what? I see this overall being a great time to make money with the aspect to the 11th house. This is going to be a money time. So money, real estate, but maybe the downside is going to be, relationships with some of the people in your life might be a little testy at times. So Pisces, I feel like overall this is going to be a really good transit because Mars is a wonderful planet for you. All right, so we're wrapping up. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful next couple of months with Mars being in the sign of Gemini. Again, make sure you comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what sign you are. Let me know what you're thinking about the next 2 months down below. Also, don't forget about this new channel that I have called Thor Spirit Teachings, which is going to have these amazing meditations that can really help reprogram your karmic tendencies. Remember, I talked about that in a past video, that we have these things called samskaras, which are mental tendencies that get passed on from past lives. So things like deep meditations or sleep meditations can rewire those mental tendencies. So that's what I'm hoping to do, is I'm hoping to help so many of you, because you come to me and you say, Thor, what can I do about this negative karma? Well, we can rewire it through these meditations. And of course, I'm going to make another video about the Vedic gemstones and the mantras. And so, keep on the lookout for that. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you so much for all being here, and I will see you in the next video.